Alright, we're back, and as I'm sure you noticed, this is not the sewers. I loaded my game, I used my consumable souls, I put a point into intelligence, and I made my way up here all while I was recording, and then I got a crash and the recording was lost. But that's all I've done was essentially make a beeline straight from the sewers up through the Undead Burg into the Undead Parish. And then I killed that guy. Now I'm making my way... Oh, I killed that guy too. Making my way up here because I'd forgotten to activate that elevator earlier, you might remember. So now I'm going to go activate that elevator. Before I forget again. Actually, before I do that, a large group of these buffed can be a lot more dangerous than I like to admit. That never stops being satisfying.
Then
Decided to free him now. He gets out even if you don't free him. But freeing him does give me access to something a little early. I really like the texture on that axe. It looks like it's been used a lot. I'm not going to return to the asylum yet, but I usually will go this way once prior, just so that I can get the key off the roof before I need to make the trip. It just streamlines things. Need to save the rest or whatever. I just don't need it. And of course, now that I'm up here, I realize I should have, because I'm going to fight the gargoyles. And I like to be alive for that. So then you can bring Solaire along. And I just realized I forgot something else. The whole reason I freed Lautrec from that cage, and I didn't do anything with it. So yes, I did just run back and forth for a couple of minutes, accomplishing nothing at all. In case you're wondering, no, that wasn't intentional. That wasn't clever. Reinforce the Estus Flask, so it's now Estus Flask +1. I'm going to give an explanation here that's a little bit spoilery, so if you care at all about spoilers, maybe skip ahead a couple of minutes. Lautrec, the guy you free from the cage, will kill her. You kill a few bosses while you're not around, he kills her, and the Firelink bonfire goes out, and there's a whole event later in the game that you can do that is a lot of fun, but I'd really rather have his ring now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick him off the ledge. Then I'm going to exit the game and re-enter, and his stuff will be on that ledge. This wonderful, long series of logos before I can re-enter the game. And there it is. 5 humanity and the Ring of Favor and Protection. Arguably the best ring in the game. I mentioned I like the Wolf Ring a lot. The Ring of Favor and Protection is actually quite a bit better. Boosts HP, stamina, and load, which is your encumbrance, essentially. So it doesn't boost the equipment load as much as the Havel's Ring, but you get extra HP and stamina as well. The problem with it is that you can never take it off or it breaks. Why would you ever take it off? With that, perhaps I can equip my Elite Knight gear and still have my 50% move speed. Alright. And now I will use this bonfire. Reverse hollowing. And I have enough souls to throw another point into intelligence. Now it's time to go and kill a gargoyle. 2 of them. Oh, is he blocking? Now these guys are no longer buffed. They should not be a problem. That white circle, you might be wondering what that is. Whenever a player uses essentially another player who's playing the game right now, whenever they use a miracle type spell, the holy spells, it creates a white circle in your world. And if you're near that and you use a miracle, it boosts the power of yours. So essentially, holy spells being used across different worlds boost each other. This is Solaire. He's an NPC. I like bringing him to this fight. He's usually a good distraction, especially when both of them are on the field. And sometimes he does a lot of damage with his lightning attack. That could have gone badly. I was not even trying for the axe, have no use for it, but I got it. Get some health before I burn up. Now that there's only one, this should be a pretty easy fight. I probably would have been better off using my regular battle axe. That went pretty badly. Faster than ladders. I was gonna leap right off of there, but then I would get pursued by skeletons. That's just never fun. Except maybe in the Dwarf Fortress definition of fun, where losing is fun. suppose I'm gonna have to do the Hydra before I try and do Blighttown. I mean, I don't have to, but it's smart. Something with 100% block will be better. Skipping you again. That must have looked like I was just psychic, but I saw its tail move, and there's part of my brain that's now programmed to understand that when its tail moves, it's about to swing. I'll get that crystal gecko this time. Two large shards. I'm very happy about that. I really should have upgraded this axe, but I can do that before I... Well, no, I can't I? Ah, well, it'll be fine. I like letting the Hydra do a lot of the work against these guys. Oh, that's right, I don't have the... I don't have the iron ring, so I move slow in the water, which isn't good, but I'll make it work. thought he was gonna fire again. My shield button failed me again. Better get better soon. Okay, I don't think I need the shield anymore. That'll help. Just the one left. Let's see. Can't equip that. Oops. Let's go. Not arrow. I'm probably gonna run out of bolts before I kill this, but that'll be less work I have to do with my axe. That was nice. This part of the Hydra fight always sucks. There is an enemy that spawns in there that I do need to kill soon, but what I'm gonna do before I do that is go back and upgrade this axe. Because the enemy actually needs to, the zone needs to reload before that enemy will spawn. So I can either exit the game and enter again, or go take care of other stuff, which gives me a good excuse to go back and upgrade this axe. Oh, I may need to anyway. I didn't realize the stuff over here still would not be loaded. Let's see. 5. Okay, so I need to buy a bunch of... Oh, it requires 800 to... Okay, I think I have some consumable souls.
Neither of us want to see you go.
For some reason I was thinking that one was also 200.
I could.
And in order to get it up from +5 to +6, you actually have to go into the modify equipment, where you have the different upgrade paths. So, if I'm continuing along the normal path, just Great Axe +6. Do I have any more consumable souls? I have enough large... I guess I don't. That's something I need to switch out. And now let's see if I can go find this golden golem. Ah, see how much stronger that is now? This is another section that I really like to have the heavy iron ring when I do it, but I don't this time, so I'm just gonna have to make do. There he is. Yeah, if you walk back here right after killing the Hydra, it's empty. The zone needs to reload before this guy will spawn. He's tougher than the other ones too, so you have to be careful. Whew. That wasn't so bad. Ooh. I would have been mad if I accidentally whacked her right after I let her out of the golem.
Sir, I come, sir, my home. Would this be of assistance?
Yeah, that would be of assistance.
Then thou art in need.
So you can buy special spells and a few pieces of equipment from her. And the way you find her is she leaves a signature on the ground similar to when you summon a player. Out here near where you fight the Hydra. You can see it's near the rock on mine. I've had it in different places. It's always along this little bank, but sometimes it's out in the water, sometimes it's a little further up. Oh.
I am dusk. It is. I shall.
The reason that I always save her is for this item here, the Oolacile Ivory Catalyst.
If thou art in me.
What's good about this item, as a comparison here, you'll see that this one has an A bonus from your intelligence, but it's base magic adjust. Here, I can use my mouse to... Oh. Its base magic adjust is 112, but it gets an A bonus from your intelligence. My character is not intelligent, so that A bonus doesn't do me a lot of good. The Oolacile Ivory Catalyst has 180 to its magic adjust. It gains a bit of a bonus from strength, which really isn't that big a deal, but it only gets a C from intelligence. The reason I like it, the reason it's so good, is because it has such a high base magic adjust. So you wind up getting a bigger effect out of it if you have low intelligence than you would out of an intelligence catalyst. So when I cast my magic weapon spell, it's a lot stronger having come from... Let me get that off screen. It's a lot stronger having come from the Ulasil catalyst. Not if I miss. So I'm doing 310 per swing. I think those guys have pretty good magic resistance anyway, but 310 with the catalyst, and there's not another one I can test it without, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it, alright? I know what I'm doing. So I've killed the gargoyles. All that's really left before I do Sen's Fortress is to kill the Chaos Witch, Quelag. In order to do that, I have to go through Blighttown. You may know Blighttown. You may love Blighttown. I doubt it. I hate Blighttown. And because I hate Blighttown, I like to take the back door into Blighttown, where I don't have to deal with it, beyond just a couple of elevators. If you know the way into the back door into Blighttown, then you'll know where I'm going. If you don't know the back door into Blighttown, there's two ways to get there. If you don't have the master key, this is the way you have to go. If you do have the master key, you can actually backdoor into Blighttown right at the start of the game. I'm not going to fight them. I'm just going to run past. It's not that they're not worth fighting at a later point. It's just right now, they don't do much for me. This guy is kinda neat. He's asleep, and when you grab the shield that's on that corpse on the right, he wakes up, and he's dangerous. But you can grab this one on the left. Oh, no you can't, not if you touch him. But I'm taking this shield. It's a good shield. He spits poison, which is actually not as dangerous as his other attacks, but considering I woke him up accidentally, I'm pretty lucky to have gotten out of that. This door here, you can open from the other side using the master key. I don't have the key for it now because I don't have the master key and because the actual key for it is ahead. But this actually opens up right beneath Firelink Shrine, right before the ghost area. So if you have the master key, you can come to this point, not even doing that dragon, before you do anything else in the game other than the asylum. And this is the back door into Blighttown. These guys aren't too difficult, but I usually skip them just because I think the only thing you get from them is their club, which I don't like, and dung pie, which I don't like. One of them shot. That's no good. Oh, I should get, what's her name to invade now, huh? Man-Eater Mildred. Come on over here. This toxin is terrible, but I'm right near a bonfire, so it shouldn't matter. And if you don't recognize the area, right over there is where the entrance to Quelaag's section is. Now I'll start doing endurance again. And let's see, I will run ahead, we'll kill Quelaag, and we'll call that the end of this today. Oh, I should have kindled that bonfire. Regular poison doesn't hurt too much, it's just persistent. Hey, you usually go to aggro. Now Man-Eater Mildred will join me for the Chaos Witch fight. Not pay attention to the signs, and eat big damage because of it. When she bows over the front of it like that, you know it's going to do the explosion. Whenever I can't see her, I don't try to push my luck too much. When you're right up in her face, you usually avoid the sword attacks, but it's... good to play careful. $20,000 is a pretty good haul from that. Now my way into Sen's Fortress is open, but there's a few things I'm going to do before I do that. The first thing I'm going to do if you say no, he just attacks you and you have to kill him. And then he spews out a bunch of worms. And I think that's where I'm going to stop for now. Next time we'll pick up with the big fire elemental down below, and then maybe the catacombs.